Hey guys, you're watching Merit Outdoor, and I have some cool information. So, first thing, I'm not shooting the Elite this weekend. So, to my understanding, these bows are a couple years old. This is the Elite Echelon. If you see here, in order to get this bow to tune, I really had to jack this over really far to get enough cable tension in order to get the bow to tune. That's not right. I put the bow back in, or the cable guard back in its neutral state, per the instructions, and it's almost an inch out axle to axle. So that tells me this bow probably sat in a hot warehouse somewhere. Well, it came from Podium Archery. It's not them guys' fault or not like that. I mean, this thing's an older bow. So it probably sat, strings have kind of stretched out. I'm either going to make some new ones, or I'm going to take these Thursday, twist them up, get this bow 100% correct before I shoot it. Because like right now, my arrow is sitting out of the bow like this. It bullet holes, it shoots great, but it needs to be right, because it's not technically forgiving like that. It's not sitting at the right center shot or nothing like that. It does shoot good. It shoots accurately, but it doesn't shoot as well as it should. But that's cool because, I know what the problem is. It's not the bow. I mean, that's just the strings. I mean, that happens. I mean, it's right now, I think it's a 19 model or 20. So, I mean, it's a couple years old. Even though it hasn't been shot, just the bow itself sitting in a box, probably in a warehouse or sitting wherever. It happens, So that's that. The Prime Inline. Now I know I've said this before, and God forgive me, but I promise you, whenever I say that Prime Inline is by far the best bow I've ever owned and I've ever shot, and I don't have any complaints about it. There is none. I mean, it's, other than you could say, maybe the poundage rating is, it's got 65 pound limbs on it. It pulls 67 and a half. So it does pull a little bit over, but most bows do. I'd rather it pull over than under. Great bow. I've done nothing to it. Like, I've literally, get this. So that bow, I had it originally set up on X-Cutter Pros, right? X-Cutter Pros. Okay. Shot those things great. Now, X-Cutter Pro, to what I've been told, is like 250 spine. You weight them down in order to make them break the spine. That's how you do it. Something like that. I don't know. I'm away from all that now. I sold all my X cutters today. It shot those arrows great. Bullet hold them, bear shaft tuned them, 20 yard, perfect. 60 yard though, my group. So if I shot all my arrows, I would shoot some up here, over here, over here, over here. I was like, what's going on? I know it's not the bow. I checked them out. I'd actually ordered, so those arrows I'd had for probably over a year, 2 years. And in between that time, I'd ordered like several different batches with points and all that stuff. And I never put them on scale. I just thought they were all the same. So I put them all on the scale, and they all varied between, no kidding, like 10 to 20, some 30 grains. I done some further investigating. So some of them had, so I bought the first batch out at Reeves Hardware in Clayton, and they were perfect because they were all from the same lot, same batch, same points, same weights, same knock bushings. They were great. Those were the OG areas, and I still had like 4 of them left. Those were good. The other ones I ordered from like Farmsteaders like 8 months ago or something like that. The knock bushings on those were like I think they were Sherlocks or something like that. They weren't even from Gold Tip, so I didn't realize that they didn't weigh the same as the other ones. And the points I got, I don't think, if I remember correctly, they weren't Gold Tips. They were something else, but they were supposed to be 100 grains. And then I ordered 40 grain weight screw-in points. Well, it turns out they sent me 50s. So that was already 10 grains that was wrong. So fast forward, whenever I moved in my apartment, which has been about 5 months ago, I ordered a fresh batch, 12 arrows from Lancaster, and they didn't have the actual 40 grain screw-in weights. So I got 2 20s. I thought. Turns out they sent me a 20 and a 10. I just didn't pay attention. So that was, and the knot bushings for those they weren't Gold Tip or Sherlocks. I don't remember what they were, but that's all that they had. I wasn't paying attention, guys. It's my fault. So that's why I had all those irregularities. I shot some of my best scores with those X cutters, even though they were wrong. But now, I have TKOs, RIP TKOs, they're Victory arrows. The reason I went with these is because that bow shoots so fast. I think this arrow on scale, I weighed them. I want to say they were in the high 400s. I can't remember. God, I should have took a picture of them. I want to say that they were 450, something like that. But they all weigh the exact same. I went down the Archer Shack today and I got me some new arrows. I sold the other X cutters. The dude knows what he's doing that got my old X cutters. He's not even using my points. He's not using my knot bushings. He's got his own setup. All he wanted was the shafts, which was fine. I mean, hey, the shafts were perfect. It was just the components were not exactly right. That's why I got away from Gold Tip, was because it seemed like for me, in order to get parts, I'd have to order like some from here, some from there, some from here, in order to get everything to match. These right here, my homie had them on the shelf. So these were 28 and a quarter inch long. I cut them at 29 and a quarter. 28 and a quarter, 29, I can't remember. I mean, I have a scale or tape measure. So, yeah, they were 28 and a quarter. Cut them at. They come with a 50 grain outsert here. It's a sleeve that goes over the arrow, and then I put a 100 grain point in them. I used the Q-Spine app, and son, this thing, immediate bullet hole. I had to do just a slide. I had to move my rest up just a touch just to get the center shot right, because I was using the fatter diameter arrows. So I just had to bring that rest up just to bring it into plane with these. But I didn't have to change my D loop or nothing like that, because I had actually set my D loop to the center shot of the Nexus, or not Nexus, but the inline. And I'm going to tell you, these arrows here are absolutely sick. Now, I know that they're like what you call a micro diameter, but that's fine. I go out there and just have fun shooting 3D and whatnot. I shot these to the chronograph, and if I wasn't mistaken, it was like, I gotta remember, it was either 289, I think it was. It shot the X Cutter Pros exactly at 300 feet per second. Yes, it did. And I shot that at Jeremy's. Those were just a hair bit lighter. So I'm running the second fastest sight tape, Spot Hog. So if you don't know, I use Spot Hog sight tapes on all my stuff. It works perfect. People's like, oh, you can't use that, blah, blah, blah. It works. I shot 20, 60, put sight tape on it, walked out my yard, just shot, and I could keep everything in a 20 spot black ring between 20 and 60 yard. I've done that today. I'm confident in it. I'm shooting the bow tomorrow. I'm going to shoot these bad boys out of it. I don't care. They're nice. These things are sick. They already come spine indexed and everything. Also, we started another YouTube channel. This is going to be like our random stuff, goofy shit, trips, traveling, day-to-day activities. It's called Merit Adventures. That video is actually uploaded, and I'm going to put the tag for it and the channel in this video's information. So you guys got to check it out. Make sure to like and subscribe. Let's build both channels. Let's keep this thing going. You guys have a good one. We'll see y'all tomorrow with a shooting video. Have a good one. God bless you. Thank you.